Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in here on Raw Stats Reviews. We are back with a Lord of the Rings piece here from Prime 1 Studios, Lord of the Rings line, one for scale. This of course is the Berserker Uruk, one of the orcs from Saruman's army, attacking Helm's Deep in the Two Towers movie, the second one from the trilogy of Peter Jackson. Very niche character, to be honest. He's got maybe 50 minutes of 50 seconds, pardon me, of screen time. Still a fan favorite for sure, and definitely one of the better pieces here of this line. Absolutely impeccable execution here. The paint is great. I think the pose here, the concept is also amazing. Again, he's standing on one of the rock style bases here with that Barad-Dur sub base, which is the established sub base here of the bad guys here from the Lord of the Rings line, as it seems. Although it doesn't make too much sense, to be honest, for some of these characters, because as I said, this guy here is an orc from Saruman's army, so he's not loyal to Sauron. Not 100% loyal, at least. I mean, they are working together, of course. But maybe an Orthanc themed base would have been better here for that guy. Anyway, so, I mean, it's cool that the bases match. That is a cool thing. And the rocks also make sense because they are on rocky ground, of course, when attacking Helm's Deep. Yeah, so very nice, big character, of course. Pretty great hate here of this guy due to the pose. Stretching up his arm here with the sword. The highest point is the tip of that Uruk sword. I think it's about 90 centimeters or something like that. And the guy is also pretty nicely scaled, for sure. There's a lot going on that base. I love the white hand flag here in the back, and we're looking at all of this in detail now. So let's start off with the base as always. It's a sunny day, as you can see, so the sun is coming in here. But I hope you can see all the details, then probably even better. Look at that blood paint here, and the blood is really dropping down on this guy. Looking pretty cool here in the sun, to be honest. So let's start off with the base here. As always, so we have this Barad-Dur style base. As I said, we know this already from Sauron. I think it's pretty much the same as with the Sauron piece, just smaller, of course. And very nice colors. This copper here looks very cool, and also the details here in the base look really nice. You've got the engravings here, probably from the Ring of Power, the One Ring from Sauron. And then we've got the rocks here where this guy is standing on. These sub parts here, they look a bit plasticky, to be honest. They could have very well have gotten more detail. The rock itself, there's some kind of residues here from the packaging still in there. Should be removed. But this rock here looks pretty nice. I also like the details here of these little parts hanging down from the rock. That looks great. Also this part here looks pretty nice. It's just this part here which doesn't look very good. I don't know why they have cheapened out here on that part, and also these parts here. So basically the sub part here of the base looks a bit plasticky. The rocks itself, they look good, and we have a lot of stuff going on here on the base. So we have, of course, one of these elvish helmets here with a lot of blood surrounding the helm. So the head is obviously missing, it's just the helm. This blood is really nicely applied here, very glossy color, so it looks really, really good. Then we have this Uruk sword here, chopped into the rock for whatever reason. Maybe that was the one that chopped off this head and then got stuck here. Here you can see some kind of fabric in that kind of indentation where the sword is applied to. That looks a little bit strange. I think it's in order to protect, of course, the sword, which is metal. It's die cast, like a couple of the other weapons here. Also the one in his hands, but also the ones that are stuck to the base, which is a cool touch. So for the Legolas piece, for example, where there's also one of these big swords in the front of the base, that was polystone or plastic. So this feels, of course, much more valuable. Also like the details here on the handle, looking very good. Then we've got an axe here. That one's not metal, that's polystone, with the nice wood handle here, and here covered with the blood from that helmet here, chopped off head. Then we've got a sword here from one of the fighters of Rohan. You can see the little kind of horse head there on the handle. Two more of these horses here. Very nice design here, to be honest. And that is stuck in there. This is also metal, so very cool. Then we've got this piece here. That's one of the I think tops of the ladders that they use to climb up the walls of Helm's Deep. These parts are polystone, so these are not metal. But this piece looks very, very cool. Love that. And then, of course, we've got the pole here with the hand of Saruman. That looks really good. So I love the material they used here. It's linen, I think. And yeah, just apply this here very easily to that cross-like pole here. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, I had one of those leather bands you'll use in the box, and I used this one here to fix that pole here to the ladder. Maybe I have to remove these or put these down there so you can't see that from the front. That good here, the ends. And that's good because this is tending to fall backwards because of the weight of the flag. And so you can fix that here to the base, which is cool. And then we have one elvish sword here, as you can see, also die cast, which is stuck there on the back of the base. So a lot going on, but not distracting at all from the figure, just giving it some more interesting storytelling elements, which I really, really like. And now let's move on to the figure itself. So you can see that you have a lot of details here. Really nice skin texture. All of these wounds here on the Berserker from his fights with the Rohan warriors and also the elves. Check out his sandals, looking very, very good. Details here on the toes look amazing. Paint is really, really cool. So all these bloody parts here are really glossy and looking really good. You can also see that the wounds here, where they are deeper, are colored more in more darker blood. And yeah, that looks just fantastic, guys. So I'm really, really impressed with the quality of that paint here overall. Check out the nice belt and then the loincloth, all sculpted here. Looking absolutely sharp. Very cool. Then this piece here, that arm is of course a separate part, which you slide in here with the pack. And that's the only engineering issue, to be honest. So this belt here, or this strap buckle thing here, that is just a bit too narrow and it blocks itself with the muscle here of the arm, which led to the thing breaking off when I tried to place the arm in. So I glued it back, no problem. But as you can see, there's a little gap in there. Oops. There's a little gap in there where this is just, sorry, get back here a bit, where the arm can't slide in completely, which is not a problem, to be honest, but you have to know this, of course, when placing that in order to not risk a breakage there. So please, if you get this piece in, be very careful with that piece. There's also a warning in the instructions, to be honest, which I haven't read, of course, before assembling this piece. But still, it should not happen. I mean, they should have just made this a little bit wider. You wouldn't have seen that, and then it would have been no problem. But it's really close to the muscle, and it just chopped off. So that's unfortunate. Otherwise, this piece looks super cool. Really like that armor here. Shin guards, and of course these claws here, where you can really see that these are murder machines. Crazy. Also the paint, of course, on the fingers and overall on this piece, as I said, is really impressive. This is the regular version, by the way, so I can't show you the other hand options. I think he's got one hand where the weapon is in this hand, the sword, and then he is holding a chopped off head with a helmet from a Rohan from a Rohan warrior here in his hand, which I didn't like particularly. And then there's also, with the deluxe, is another head sculpt which I didn't like as well. So I happily saved the $300. That would have been more for the deluxe version, just got the regular. So you have to check out other videos which are available on YouTube if you want to check out those deluxe parts. But you can see that here the upper body looks really well good. So you have the hand here again of Saruman, the white hand. Got a couple of arrows here that are stuck in the body. So it's 5 in total, 1 in the front and then 4 in the back, which, to be honest, it's not that logical, because this guy, as you remember seeing, he is running towards Helm's Deep's walls and he is shot from above. So more arrows should be in his front body and not in his back, because behind him there were not really any enemies, to be honest. It's just the arrows maybe that came from above, from the walls, when he is jumping into this little hole and placing or throwing in the fire burning torch in order to lit up the bomb in there. Anyway, so it looks amazingly well. You can see the 4 arrows here, and then you have these very large wound here in the back of his leg here. Looking really good. Another hand, white hand there. And the anatomy of this guy is just amazing. Really amazing. So let's check out the head sculpt. The other deluxe head sculpt is the one without the helmet. And he looks really ugly with that head. And you can also see a little seam there. This one, of course, the seam is covered by the helmet, and you've got the nice white hand helmet here, covering his face. Still you see the eyes very well, as you can see, and of course his mouth open with the teeth here, looking really very nice. Got the elvish-like pointy ears, and very nice details here on the helmet. So I think if I had the deluxe, I would definitely use this set, because that's how he looks in the scene of the movie. And yeah, so overall I'm very impressed with this piece. Let's give you a 360 here to finish up the review. We will still take a look on the weapon there in his hand. Yeah, so very impressive piece. I didn't want to get the orcs first, and I think I will not get alerts, because I watched reviews and also read some kind of statements here in the Facebook groups that he is just underscaled, and yeah, that's unfortunate. This weapon looks very nice, of course. That's also die cast. It's kind of a rust and blood effect here on the sword, which could have been a bit more glossy maybe, but maybe it's more rust here on the sword than blood, I don't know. Well, here you've got a glossy part, if you can see that. Maybe the rest is more rust or more like already dried blood. And look amazing. Yeah, so overall a really great piece. Definitely a 9.5 out of 10. If that breakage wouldn't happen, it would have probably been a 10 out of 10, to be honest. And he will go with Sauron and with the Witch King, which I have on PO. Not sure yet whether I want to get the Nazgul. They look cool, but on the other hand, if you have the Witch King, you may just get the Nazgul. So I'm not sure yet what to do there. Yeah, and I hope we will get Saruman at some point down the line. And then that's probably it for me. Maybe a Mouth of Sauron, if they release one, I will still get. And that's probably it then for the bad guys for me in my collection. So I hope you liked this review. If so, then please give me a like. That helps out finding the channels for other tremendously, so appreciate that. And of course, do not miss out to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to then be informed about new videos being uploaded here on the channel very soon. And please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about that piece. Thanks guys for watching as always, and have a great day. Bye bye.